Hey everyone, this is Mr. Isometric, and in this video I will be teaching you all how to use limit scale bone constraint in Blender. So let's get started. Now I'll add a bone. Let's go into the edit mode, select everything, Shift D, Y. I'll move this bone 1 unit that way. Now let's go into the pose mode. Let's go into the armature settings, turn on the name and axis so that I know where my local axis is. I'll go into the wireframe so that I can see the local axis of my bone. Now I'll go into the bone constraint. Let's add in the limit scale bone constraint. Now, as you can see, we have minimum and maximum sliders. Now that I have turned that on, I can make the maximum amount to 1. And if I scale that down now, let me also turn on the items. So now, as you can see, my scale is 1. And if I scale it down, it goes to -1 and stays clamped between -1 and 1. Now, whatever the maximum value is, it will also go into the negative direction. Doesn't matter if you plug a -1 over here, it is still going to be staying clamped between 1 and -1. So whatever maximum is, it is going to be staying clamped towards that. So if I set my minimum to 1 and maximum to 1, now no longer this bone will get scaled beyond 1. So it will go from -1 to 1. Now you might be thinking like, wait, why is the scale going like above 1? Well, it is because we have not checked effect transform yet. So if we check that, and if I try to scale it again, you'll see that it is staying clamped between -1 and 1. So now if I make my maximum value 2, so now it will stay clamped between 1 and 2. So there you go. It is 1 now. It's snapping to 2, 1, and then in the opposite direction, -1 and 2. So I guess this constraint takes the absolute value and just makes it to scale between those two values that you have just set. So yeah, that's how this constraint work. Now if I scale this now in the X, you can see it is scaling. Wait, let me just make this 0 and this 1. So now if I scale this on the X, I'm scaling it on the global X. I'm scaling this on the global Y right now, as you can see. And also let me just do Alt S, global Y, global Z. Now if I want to use the local axis, all I have to do is go into the owner and then select the local space. Now in the local space, if I scale it on the Z axis, I'm still using the global one. So let's select the local. Now if I scale it on the Z, as you can see, it is scaling it on the Z axis, X and Y respectively, like that. And the influence, this slider, if you animate this, you can turn on and off this constraint. So this constraint was actually really simple and really small, but I'm actually talking about all of this constraint in separate videos. So if you want to know any of this constraint, these all videos are in a playlist, link in the description below. I hope you all learned something new and hope this video helped you in your projects. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.